What's going on, everybody that's watching this video? I first want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video and listen to what's being said. I had to find a place to be able to address what it is I want to say and just get straight to the point, because I don't want to make a real long video if I don't have to, but I have to. The stuff got to be said. I want to start off by addressing the attitude and manner of black men and black women. As you see, I'm a brother myself, and the first thing I just want to say is enough is enough. I keep seeing videos of our kind out of line and then have the nerve to want to try to play victim when they are dealt with a form of aggression. If we as a people gonna ever see change in the manner that we are treated, we first are gonna have to change ourselves in the manner that we handle ourselves in situations. There are plenty of videos that are going around in many different cities and states. I'm in Dallas, Texas, and I've been watching certain videos on the way that we are handling ourselves when police are present in the manner that we choose to protest against their presence. Right now, there are state troopers that are pretty much around in certain strategic areas that I have to be honest that they really are it's unnecessary for them to be in these particular areas. They are not in the areas where crime is actually being committed. They are in areas strategically stopping people that really not even breaking a law. They just stopping them randomly and searching and all of this or whatnot, but they're not in the areas that they need to be in. And I had to think to myself, for them to even justifiably be able to go into these particular areas, whether they are in the areas of crime or they are in the areas just randomly in particular areas, they are in black communities. And I had to ask myself, why are these police officers finding themselves going into the black communities? There's one or two couple of reasons that they are doing this. Number one, of the main reasons that they're able to do this is because you done had a lot of other black people, black men and black women, that have given them reasoning to do so because of the crime that is being committed in the black community. That cannot be argued. That cannot be debated. It's the truth. And anybody that want to debate that, then there's something wrong with you mentally. Because look at where a lot of these phone calls for the police are being made into black communities. The black communities are just high in crime. A lot of gun violence. It ain't got nothing to do with the drugs, if you ask me. Like, the drugs is one thing, but the violence is a whole nother situation. We are the ones that are killing each other. We are the ones that are allowing these teenagers and the youth to perform in a manner that is attracting the negative attention that we are getting from the police. And then when they show up, a lot of us want to try to start playing victim as if, they doing us wrong. The manner that they are handling the situation may be wrong, but with the element of what's taking place, it's justified, because it's almost like the police to a degree is a necessary evil, and their manner in handling evil and crime gonna always find itself to be justified because of what they are up against. You can't expect to go into a gun battle with batons. You cannot expect to go and fight against those that will hurt you in a weak way. See, those police officers that's showing up in these particular areas are in the mind of, hey, I'm going into battle. So you can't expect them, and my light is kind of crazy. You can't expect them to go into these places to address crime and them being called for criminal acts, whether guns are being involved or multiple people that are involved, or fight or whatever. You can't expect them to go into these particular areas and go in there trying to be nice. Hey, calm down. It's okay. Going there where guns are known to be involved in particular situations, and then they don't go in there ready to shoot. It's because of the reputation that has been built in these particular areas that they are going in that's causing them to respond in the manner that they are responding. And who is doing it in the most is black folk, black men and women. It's all kind of videos to prove and validate that point. So my point in making this video is because I'm sick and tired of black folks wanting to try to play victim in these communities, and none of y'all are being strong enough and bold enough, the same aggression and same mind to protest against the police. Why is it that y'all not protesting against these stupid ass brothers and sisters that's handling themselves in our communities the way that they are, carrying the guns, shooting folk, robbing folk? What do you think the police are gonna do? Especially if they are being called to address the situation in our communities. The police almost in a sense, the police are a necessary evil, if that's what they are. To me, I don't necessarily consider them as evil. It's just that you got a lot of those so-called police officers that wear that badge that misrepresent what is supposed to be meant to represent, to protect and serve. But see, now what's happening is that the idea of protecting and serving is being overshadowed by the amount of crime and the manner that the crimes are being committed, because of them having to look out for themselves as people as well. Because they got families. They got children that they got to go home to. True enough, they chose that career. But just imagine the way this world would be if it wasn't for law enforcement. If we didn't have something to counteract the crime, our communities would be a mess. You would have overlords. You would have like real life Adolf Hitler type. You would have, you know what I'm saying, the Scarfaces, those people. You will have the whatever drug kingpins and stuff or whatever, and the way that they have handled you know what I'm saying, killing people on a major scale. We wouldn't have nothing to defend us against them. So to a degree, police and law enforcement is necessary. What's not necessary is the things that are happening in our communities to justify their presence. My solution, if y'all really want to see things to change, is start to police your own communities. The areas that you live in, that if it has a reputation of high crime and high police presence, then start talking to those that you are aware of that have the mind and mentality and the things that they are doing that are causing the police to and their presence to be so fluid, to be so dominant. And then at that point, once we start to see a decrease in our areas and in our communities of crime and shootings and killings and stuff like that, once we're able to see that, minimize, then things probably could change as far as the way that police officers handle us. We're going to have to learn how to police ourselves in our own communities. You men, you grown men that are living in these particular areas where it's high crime or whatnot, why is it that you won't talk to these young men? Why is it that you won't talk to the youth? Why is it that you won't try to do things that's going to give them a different mind about what it is that they're doing? It's going to take that. Because if we don't handle it, the police going to continue to try to handle it. They're going to continue to build a strength, especially with their presence, to deal with it. We can't get mad at law enforcement for doing their job. We can't get mad at what, in the manner that they're handling it. Only time we can get mad in the manner that they are handling it is if they are handling innocent people in a way as if they are criminals. But see, if us as a demographic, black people are the ones that's doing the most crime, or even if, I mean, statistically, I don't know about statistics, but I just know about my community. I don't know about what's happening in white people communities or whatever. They might have crime in their areas too, but that's not my concern. My concern is the way we are being handled. And we are giving them justification to handle us in the manner that we are because of so many black men and so many black women that are choosing to do what they do. The crimes that they're committing, the thefts, the shootings, the domestic violence. We're going to have to do something. And the only way, what we need to do is start policing ourselves. Start having conversations with some of these people that are around your communities or whatnot, especially those that live in the definition of what's so-called the hood. Just imagine, at the time that they had the projects and low-income housing or whatnot, just imagine if it wasn't so much crime in these areas, and then we paid such a low amount in housing, that how we could have come up, got good jobs, sent our children to school and college, and you know what I'm saying, and saved money, get your credit straight, and start to apply yourself in a way to where if you didn't want to stay in that area any longer, you would have, built yourself up while you were in that area to do better things. But they have even shut down certain the projects in certain areas or whatever because of so much crime and corruption, and the landlords and those that are supposed to oversee the land and the conditions of those areas, they just gave up because they got ran through. But just imagine if we had treated it, instead of a hood, treated it like a real life community. Just imagine. It's not too far-fetched to think that we couldn't have handled these particular areas and these particular opportunities, being that, low, so a lot of people not making a lot of money or whatever, on housing or whatever the case is. It's not too far-fetched to think that at those times that those places, and I mean, even they still exist in certain places, to think that if we were to treat those areas instead of like a hood, but treat it like a real life community where we looking out for each other, the kids was able to go outside and play, and you don't have to worry about nobody coming through shooting and stuff like that. It's happening all across the United States. But what I'm calling to action is black men and women to start to stand up and start to speak within your communities against these actions, against these mannerisms, against what is causing the police and their presence and their manner of handling us as a people, as black people. It's a lot of different reasons that I could give that the police may handle us the way that they do. A lot of it got to do because they're afraid. They're scared. They can call themselves tough. The police can call themselves tough all day long, but they are scared. That's why they're coming through our communities with the big guns and multiple police officers and stuff like that, because they don't want, they got families to go home to as well. But it's their job to handle crime. It is what it is. Ain't nothing that's going to change that. Only thing that's going to change police presence and the manner that they handle us is if we learn how to police ourselves to where they don't have to be present as much as they do. And I can assure you things will be different in our communities. I'm calling to action all my black kings, all my black queens, not just black folks, but even the white people as well. If y'all are watching this video, stop labeling all of us as being criminals. Stop treating all of us in a manner that is just so degrading. All of us are not like that. Don't allow the actions of a few black people to define all of us. You have a lot of us that had a character that I possess, that you see on and being displayed on this video. You see, we have a greater character. We have children that we are raising to have better character, to go to school, to be more than what the society wants to label us as being. Give us the opportunity and stop labeling us. We as a people, we gonna deal with this mess that's happening to our communities. True, we gonna deal with it. And I hope that this video be a cornerstone and a beginning of affecting the mind to want to handle this. I want to be a part of handling this. I have a group on Facebook called The Stand. And I am doing my best as one man, one individual, to start to try to trigger the ideas and the mindset in those that are like me, that want to see a change in these communities, to start to stand up, to start to want to a conversation in these communities with our youth, to find out what is necessary for them to stop so we can live and be at peace. Because if this continues the manner that it's continuing, we are in trouble. Because the only thing that's going to do is cause more death, cause more police presence, and more police corruption. We got to say no. We got to do something. We got to. Let this video serve as a point of saying, me as a black man, enough. Enough is enough. And I hope and pray that this video reach multiple people that's like me, black and brown people, even the white folks, to reach y'all, to get y'all to understand that this has to stop. We got to stop all this hate, this hatefulness. Our world is being ruined, and it ain't doing nothing but motivating even more people to be even more hateful. Let's do something different. Let's choose love. Love is the corner. It's going to be the reason that this stuff changed. Love those that are around you. My reason for doing this video, because I love people. I have been mistreated so much, but it has never ruined the heart that I got, and it never will, because hate did not give me the heart that I have. God did. Love did. And love is powerful when it's used in the right way. I love each and every person that watched this video. I'm not doing this video for attention. I'm doing this video to put attention on a subject matter. Don't pay attention to the messenger. Pay attention to the message. Because that's what I'm trying to get through to you. It ain't about me. It ain't about how I look. It ain't about my skin color. It ain't about none of that. I have a 3-year-old daughter that I love dearly. And I pray to God that things change by the time that she get my age, to where that she'll be able to see and feel the comfort of being able to walk and live in a world that is not against her just because of her skin color, and due to the precedent that has been set forth by a lot of folks that look like her, but have chosen to do a lot of wrong, you know what I'm saying, and criminal activity that will give her, you know what I'm saying, that won't give her a fair chance to be who she really is. But her daddy gonna make sure, because I'm gonna fight for her life. This video is a fight for these children's life. This video is a fight for my people. Those that really want for things to change. Those that don't want to continue to be victims. We got to do something. Police your own communities. Start having a conversation. Anybody that's seeing this and got some form of power, whatever, please reach out to me because I need some help. I'm only one person, but I got the heart to want to really start a conversation around the United States. I done had a lot of people say, man, they need to hear you. Well, I'm trying. And I hope somebody hear me because I want stuff to change. This world is crazy. And I promise you we're going to have to do something about it because this world going to continue to revolve on its own. It's the people that's in it that's causing this stuff to be the way it is. God bless any and everybody that's been touched by this video. And if you really, really are about change, reach out to me all across the United States. I hope this video reach all across the United States, all across the world. We got a humanitarian effort that's necessary in order to change the way things are being done around this world right now. God bless y'all.